I'm not a very organized person. The fact is I have quite a lot of projects and ideas that I want to work on, and it really becomes a kryptonite in my life. And the proof of it is it's been a while since I've made a video like this, so here I am back in YouTube. But over time I find different systems that will help me in different areas of my life. For example, in handling tasks, scheduling, calendar, and even simplifying tasks. But for about a few months now, I find that Notion is the go-to app because it is flexible and easy to use. So in this video I want to share how I use Notion in productivity, in organizing my life. First of all, what is Notion? Notion, I would say, is pretty much like a Word, which is basically a text editor, and you have a lot of different formats that you can write your text in. Just the difference between it and Words is the fact that you have a lot of tools, different tools for productivity, for organization. For example, having subpages, meaning page inside of a page, that way you get to create more of a hierarchical architecture in your notes. And then also there's quite a lot of tools in which you can utilize for your own productivity, which I'll get to in a minute. But the idea is to use Notion, to treat Notion as a secondary source of information, or as some people might call it, a second brain in your everyday life. For example, in education, not only can you store information like lecture notes, etc. in a hierarchical manner, but you get to also organize links if you have different groups for different classes. Now, if you're like me, you have a lot of links that you need to keep track of, maybe for different classes, a WhatsApp group for different classes, a Telegram group, or even Google Classroom. Then you can have it all organized inside of Notion. This is what I did. As you can see here, I have a dedicated page for my first semester, first year in 𝐸𝐈𝐢𝐚, and it is divided into different classes where each classes have different links. And then with this, whenever it is time for a particular subject or a lecturer asks us to access something anywhere online, then it is easy for us to navigate. Just go to this page and then click on the link that we have saved. I also use Notion for my work life, for handling projects, project management, etc. Of course, I have a lot of things that I need to take care of, like my studies, my YouTube, and part-time jobs. Now, the basic data management in Notion, I would say, is database. In Notion, you can have a database, and then from that database, you can open up different views. For example, you have calendar views. If you want to take a look at the overview of upcoming events, you have also a timeline view, and then a Kanban board view, where if you don't know what Kanban is, it is basically a board in which you can drag and drop items between each column. It is actually useful for project management, for visualizing tasks that you need to do, you need to complete. And also in Notion, you get to do a little bit of mix and match between different views and different relations on databases. And you may have guessed, I am actually using Notion to manage my YouTube content as well. Although again, I want to stress this out, I'm not a very organized person, although I am improving every day, each and every day, and along the way I will possibly need to improve my Notion as well. But what I want to add to this is that every person needs, I would say, a centralized information hub, because the human brain isn't actually good for storing information, and therefore, rather than having it up right here, which oftentimes leads us to forget, instead of that, it is best for us to write it down somewhere. Maybe on a piece of paper, maybe on an app like Todoist or Google Keep, and then funnel it down into a centralized hub. Like in my case, it is Notion, but it may not be Notion for you guys. You may need to do some trial and error to figure out which framework is best for you. Now, if you want to watch more videos on improvement, then I highly recommend this video right here. But otherwise, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.